Hey there, folks. I want to revisit the Spyderco Southard. I've carried it around for about 2 weeks now, and I've grown a lot of respect for this the knife and its design. I know my first overview was a little bit critical. I still believe in some of the things I said, but after carrying it around for a couple of weeks, I've come to realize that the design of this knife is just fantastic. So just want to go over that with you guys real quick. I'm going to try to stick to a very short video today, like I always say I try to, but end up not doing it. But first thing I want to say is that I've really grown to like this flipper. I know people have criticized it, saying it doesn't have any jimping, but the design itself, and I typically flick my flippers like the light switch, but this one is so designed so that pushing it down is going to be so much easier. It's more like a push button type flipper, comes out smoother. And if you looked at my original video of this, I was flicking it this way. But after flipping this a couple of weeks, I've really grown an appreciation for the design of it. Similar knives with similar flippers like this is the recent Skyline that I got, right? This also has no jimping, but it flips out, fires out like a champ. Another one is my my Bodega. This too doesn't have any jimping. It fires out amazingly. Okay, one with jimping is the Hinderer. The jimping's over here, none over here. But if you look at it, the flipper sweeps up, which makes it a little bit harder. I know some guys push this one, but if you flip this for a while, and I've been flipping my knives, you know, that's what I do when I'm watching the game or watching the fights, and it starts to kill you right here. So this design right here isn't really conducive for that type of push button thing. I like flipping this one, like of course it's a Hinderer, so this one needs a little bit of a flick. But Southard, I think that's the best design I've seen. See, it's very similar, almost the same actually. That's the Bodega. I've come to appreciate that. See the Skyline's a little bit more towards a 90-degree angle, and the Southard and the Bodega are more like 45 degrees. But yeah, I criticized it for flipping because it does flip nice. It's not as strong as the 561 or the 560. So initially I thought that it wasn't as good a flipper, but now I've flipped it a couple of weeks. It's beautiful. Well, one other thing I noticed, you know, as I'm flipping it and just checking out this knife, I've noticed that the design really is amazing. You see this lock face on the blade, right? It's pretty typical, right? You see the lock face right there, and I was looking at this. All right, it's kind of like got a little canyon in there, right? It sits in deeper, and then it's got this high wall up here. If you look at the Hinderer, see, it's just flat, right? Same thing with the Bodega. Now you guys know I'm fairly new at this, so this is like all eye-opening experience for me, you know. And I've been comparing my flipper knives, and I've just so I noticed this. It's like, wow, what is that designed for? So if you watch Tough Thumb's video, it takes it down nicely. So you see the internals of this knife. It's got like a crescent-shaped milled out area here for the stop pin. I did a little sketch of it. Let me show you the sketch. So here's my rough sketch. So, and I got this all from watching Tough Thumb's video. So it's got this milled out crescent shape, right, where the stop pin sits. So when it locks up, it stops it right there, right? the blade basically swings this way, and the pin stops it right there. But what I notice is that area, this part right here, you know, if we're looking at it, it's this part. And as it swings closed, right, not only does the lock bar engage the blade lock face, snaps up, right, it also stops it at this point. So it stops it in 2 points, here and here. I thought that was just amazing. I mean, the lock geometry, the design of this knife, that's just phenomenal. So it locks it up here, internal stop in stops it here, and at the same time it stops it here. So it's like 3 points really. So let me see if I can show that to you guys. So let's open this up nice and slow. Hopefully I can zoom it in. Oh man, I hope you can see this. Okay. Alright, so you see the blade swinging by, right? Right now the detent ball is pressing up against the blade right there. Right? And you'll noticeably, you'll see it when it passes the detent ball. So it's about to pass the detent ball. Swinging, and you should be able to see the detent ball. Right? See, it just passed the detent ball, and that's when you hear that click. Let's see if I can, hopefully it stays focused. Okay, so now the lock bar is about to engage the lock face on the blade, right? It's going to pop up, right? Boom, it sits in and locks it up. But what I notice is that it also, I don't know if I can capture it, but in the back, right there, if you can see all the way behind, in front of my pinky there, the lock bar also stops it. Gets stopped by the blade wall. I don't know how else to describe it, but that lock face on the blade. Let me see if I can do it again. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. I get all excited when I learn new things, but okay, so it's going to engage it, and you'll see that this part will move up, and not only will it meet the lock face on the blade, it'll also meet that wall behind it, right? So like I said, that's you know, this doesn't have a stop pin back here, so the design is basically like I showed you on the drawing here. So that, I thought that was pretty cool. Stops it there, meets here, gives it a nice so there's no play, and then it also locks it up behind here. I also saw that on the Skyline. Skyline basically has the same thing. See that high wall, right? So, you know, very affordable knife. This doesn't have a stop pin inside, it's a pivot bushing. So yeah, so let's see if we can see that one. So it's riding the detent ball right now. You'll hear it snap once it passes the detent ball. Alright, it passed the detent ball right there. Now you see that wall over there, it's coming up. And there. So it stops it there. 2 points there. And the back over there. Anyway, just wanted to show you that, share that with you guys. I have grown a lot of appreciation for this, the design of the Spyderco Southard. Alright folks. Yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. Thank you.